Hello and welcome back to Proxy Financials. And today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally, I just kind of show only the results of what I've done over the week or in the days. But today, I'm also going to put up a watch list that I am looking into based on different variables, such as, if we break out and increase volumes, reversal trends. Also, I'm making a list of both bullish watch list and a bearish, so you can do like shorting of these stocks if they are available, or look to buy in back when they hit their bottom peaks. But of course, if you like these type of videos, smash the like button for me. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow, and of course hit the notification bell so you can catch these videos when I upload them. So the reason why I'm showing right now the SPY is because over the week, in this case the last 2 trading days, Thursday and Friday, I was able to put in a put, and I got in very early, and from the previous video you saw that I made a pretty hefty percentage up, about 18%. Well, I held that put, and that put ended up going all the way up to, I ended up selling it at, I put it at 6.7 in the early morning volume, and it sold all my shares, 200 shares of it at, so it was about 2 cents below what I was asking for, which is excellent because it ended up locking in 70% gains. And that account now has shot up from 70,000 to 119,000 with a couple $100 and change. The goal for that week was to be at 120,000 or 121,000 for the week. Of course, I didn't make it, so I'm still a little bit behind the goal for the weekly value for this account. So, but since I was screwing around before, it was great to be able to catch back up. So yeah, gaining 70% of the account value back definitely helped out after losing a good portion of it. Going forward, I think that the best thing to do is keep a tracking eye on the markets. I still believe we're in a bearish route based off of the original video that I made a couple of days ago, describing about how there's a downward trend, so you can definitely still look into picking up some of these cheap puts. For SPY, of course, it can flip flop and go the other way, and you can get a bunch of calls based on the market's reaction. Definitely check out the early morning volume. That's very key, because like many day traders will tell you, all the action is basically within the first 1 to 2 hours of the day, and then possibly at the end of the day there might be some volume. And you want to trade off of volume. You don't want to be caught bag holding anything. So this video is going to start coming to what I have on some watch lists. So I'm going to continue on here. So I think what I would like to do is I'm going to start with my more like downtrending, bearish watch list. So here we are at OPK. I have a bunch of lines here that kind of help me guide you through what I'm looking at. OPK, I think, has a lot of potential on the downside. As you can see, much lower lows are happening. In addition, this is a good trending line of it showing to go downwards, based off of the candlesticks that I'm looking at. The green one could not push above in between the 2 red ones at the most recent. Also, there's an enormous amount of volume in this, and it's heading in a downtrend. To sum it up, based off of the lines that you see here, I'm looking at a decrease from the current close of 3.52 or $3.52 down to $3.15, which will get you about a 10 to 12% snag. If you're able to do that, make sure you put your stop losses slightly above $3.52 to about $3.54. This way you can protect yourself in case it does reverse and go upwards. If it continues going down, the trends keep going in the next line below My $3.15 is $2.76, which is another 14% gain if you were able to short this down. Sticking to the grand total, if it somehow found a way how to go all the way down from the $3.52 close where it was on Friday down to my third line on here, that would be about a 27 to 38% decrease. I'm not too much. I don't think that such a thing could happen to OPK. I think definitely the first line, so that 10 to 12% range is more likely to happen if it continues to go down. But the next stock, I definitely believe has a lot of potential. So let's go to that. All right, here we are at OSTK. I put a lot of more lines into this to kind of indicate why I really think this stock is going to get hit pretty hard. So as you can see, it's coming to a breakout point. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. And as you can see, it really pushed hard. It pushed so hard 2 days ago to go up, and it got rejected. Then they try to do it again the next day. It's getting rejected. I really do not see this one going up at all. This is definitely one I think shorting is a good option. In this case, it closed at $55.78 and I believe that we have a good probability of it going down to 40.11 cents. And that is a 39 to 40% swing on the day. That's humongous. The third line on here also takes us down to $27.76, down from what I had at the $40.11, would be another 44% change if they were to change out day over day. If you went from the unlikely possibility where we went from $55.78 all the way down to $27.76, which would be a massive hit for this stock. I don't think it would. You're looking at 100% returns on your shorting. I definitely think the first one is a very probable outcome. We are seeing $20 swings downwards on Overstock. And I think a lot of it's because we're looking at a potential bearish market and fears of maybe the economy shutting down right into the fourth quarter. Lots of negativity going towards stocks like these. So the next one we're going to go to is Zoom. So here we are at Zoom, or ZI. This one has a lot of interesting potentials as well. Not as much as the previous one in regards to shorting or trying to buy and in order to sell it later. I'm looking at a $37.99 on its open for Monday, and I believe it could drop down to about $34, which gives you about 11 to 12% return, which of course that one can also drop to another level, which you can see on the third line, which is 30. So you got $34 to $30.92, which gives you a 9 to 10% swing on a second day. If you were to go from $37.99 down to $30.92 based on my lines, you're looking at a 22 to 23% swing off of this. Zoom is very interesting because they're still hoping that they're going to be able to make money off of the current pandemic based off people using them for going to stay at home in terms of work. And so this one here is a very iffy. They're showing a bearish, and it's definitely been going downhill. It had a nice push up from September, October, but I think I can also see it going down, especially with the holiday season going on. Less people are going to be working, so thus it probably might see a downtrend also. So keep an eye on Zoom, and that basically will put an end to my bearish stocks. I'm looking at the possibly short on Monday to Tuesday. Then we'll come in here to what my bullish stocks, the ones I think that have very good potentials. Okay, the first one I'm looking at in terms of potential to continue going up is Marvel. So Marvel, if you take a look at the bars, the reason I'm looking at this is if it breaks out of the $38. So this one's a big if. If it can break $38 and go up, because of the way how the candle pattern is we have a really potential for either a 3 to 4 day candle where you have the setup is the green, red, and either a booming green or a slightly more green. And if that slightly more green takes off, then it would be the 4th day you'd be looking. So this is either a Monday, Tuesday type stock that it could burst upwards with the amount of volume that it is pushing out. So we can come over here and I'll show you. So we're looking at 16 million in volume, 41.5. So you can definitely see that the sellers kind of got pushed out. They tried to drive it down. It got rejected. It's pushing up. $38 is the breakout point. That's what I'm looking at in terms of the lines. So it closed at $37.51. The first line I have here in order for it to continue its breakout would be about $41.19, which you're looking at a 9 to 10% return. If it goes any higher than that, I put it up as the all-time high of $45, which you're looking at another 8 to 9% as a grand total for Marvel. If it was able to go back up to its original high, then you're looking at a 19 to 20% return for this one. And that's all based on if it can get past the breakout at $38, which is where I'm looking at it in terms of the ceiling that it's at. All right, in terms for the next one. All right, so this one here I have is not as exciting of one. It has a lot of increased volume. So we come here and we can take a look. You can see very large, I guess this would be called the white knights, where you have 3 candles going upwards. At this point, there is a possibility of a red day being caught in there, where it tries to pull back. If that's the case, just keep watching it. So this is either a Monday, Tuesday type stock, but there's a lot of potential to go from where it's at $2.95. There's a lot of potential for this to go from $2.95 to $3.28, which will give you a 11% increase. Again, this is all based off the technical analysis that I'm looking at. So for MYL, I'm looking at a couple things. This one here is not the most ideal one to be chasing, mainly because the returns really isn't there. But I was looking at the potential at this. It's definitely got some negativity going on in terms of last day. At the long wick at the top shows that it tried to get pushed up, but it got rejected. But that doesn't mean that we'll be having another red day. However, if it does go red and it only stays about the same size of a candle as the most recent one, then I'd be looking at Tuesday to be the one that it would take off, which would be going from $14.54 all the way up to $15.56, which is a 7% return. After that, it's just a bunch of minor returns, $15.56 to $16, and then $16 to $16.62. You're looking at 2 to 5% on those days. So basically, is be like a one and done. This is the one either you get in and you go up 7%, or you don't. If it was able to go from $14.54 all the way up to $16.62, we're looking at about 14% return on this. And this will lead me to my final bullish, which I think would be a very good one, CAN. And the reason why I'm choosing this one is a very interesting one because it looks like a reversal with volume. And this one is, of course, a penny stock, pretty low one. And I can see a lot of potential with this one swinging upwards. So I'm definitely focusing a lot on this one. So it's currently at $2.18. I could see it going up to my first line here, which will be $2.36, which is an 8% return. And if it can go all the way up to the grand height, because you can see here where we're looking at, and I checked out the other day, it's basically $2.80. So this is definitely a 2 to 3 day pay attention in terms of what it will do. It looks like it tried to sell off, it got rejected, sent up on the last trading day. So we'll see how it goes. But if it can get all the way up to $2.80, we would be going from $2.36 to $2.80, which is an 18 to 19%. So really, it's just trying to get up to that $2.36. If it can get there and it can break out from there, then it has a very large ceiling for you to get lots of returns. So if it was able to do a full shot upwards from $2.18 all the way up to my line at $2.80, that is a 28 to 29% return. I really think this is a reversal for this organization. I don't see really any negative news on it, so this is more just trading based on the technical analysis on them. But I feel like MRVL and CAN for a very bullish. And if you're trying to do some bearish and you want to short, OSTK, which is Overstock, I believe has a fantastic opportunity to really short it down. Good $15 for a massive return. So definitely keep an eye out for those. If you guys like these type of videos, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe. It helps grow the channel. Can't grow a channel without viewers, so definitely want to keep pushing these type of videos out as we prepare for me going forward. Again, just a reminder that in the first of the year of 2021, I will be doing the small account growth from $1,000 up to $129,000 using a goal of 10% weekly, and then compound that every single week for the 52-week year, just to show that you can grow it. And then we would go from there for a second year to grow a $100,000 account all the way up to, I believe it was around $8 million after you would pay taxes. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you sticking around at this point. If you're still here, you guys are awesome. Have a good one.